Welcome once again to another edition of Quoth the Raven, Lewis Bright Raven. I'm your host, Lewis Bright Raven. Yeah, I got my cross on today. Got to take it off before I went on camera. I am Christian, so to speak, but that's beside the point. I just know that most of you guys haven't seen me wear this, so it's mostly actually in remembrance of someone I lost a long time ago. But anyway, this is Wednesday, October 20th, 2021. And that means it is time for our weekly crowdfunding review, where we talk about different comic book projects I've seen on the internet, whether it's through Indiegogo or Kickstarter. And sometimes we have guests come in and represent their books, and sometimes we don't, but we'll see who comes in today, if anyone. I think we will have at least one guest today. But in the meantime, let's get started. And our first project is Outrage Volume One. This is the print edition of the hit web comic from Fabian Nicieza and Riley Brown. They just started about a week ago, and they've got a little over $11,713, almost 200 backers with 22 days left to go. And you might have heard my kitty there in the background. He's around. But this is, I've talked about Outrage before on the show. It's been a while. I think it was like about a year ago when it was over on Webtoons. It still is on Webtoons. But it's Fabian, Riley, Jay Leaston is inker, Matt Herms as the colorist, and Pat Brousseau as letterer. And it's, let's take a look at the video. And there that is. It's basically about a character who lives on the internet and can break out through the internet and beat up on cyber bullies and other miscreants. And, it's basically that sort of a storyline where the webtoon came out in 2018, and it's more of an adult story in a way. I mean, I don't want to say it's an adult story, but it does have its own, I guess you could say, risque flavor to it at times. But it's been a pretty good success on the web scene, and so they're going to do the print version. This is the first season, and I'm trying to get it there. It's about a mysterious individual who can navigate the internet and physically manifest at the source of whatever party they choose. There's a Kickstarter exclusive jacket, a deluxe hardcover, and a softcover that you can pick from. And it is 26 chapter run with a 150-page story. They've redesigned the page layout for print, comparative to the web comic design, and the book is ready to go to press. And there's an example of how it looks in the printed book. Now you can get the Sentient Digital Bundle, which is $10. Involves getting volumes 1 to 3 of Sketches, The Art of Riley Brown in PDF format, as well as an exclusive desktop screen wallpaper for your laptop, desktop, or mobile device. That's $10. The physical softcover graphic novel is $24. And the PDFs, there is a softcover plus a print, an assigned book plate. I understand these prices do not include shipping. They will get you your shipping information after the Kickstarter campaign concludes. Again, you get also all the 3 PDFs of the sketches. For $75, you get 3 prints, the form of an Outrage triptych and a set of Outrage emoji enamel pins, plus all the items from the previous tiers. You can get a hardcover edition for $100. It's $99 or more, but say $100. That's a hardcover edition, the book plate with an exclusive dust jacket featuring original Outrage promo art with foil gradient logo and foil autographs by the creators. Plus all the other previous items from the mentioned already, except for the fact you're getting a hardcover instead of a softcover. So there's quite a lot of stuff here that they've given. The only one that they have definitely sold out of is an Outrage art commission. There was only 10 of those, and those have sold out. Maybe they'll reopen it if they have enough people demanding. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk to Riley about that down the road. You can get a... That's not longer available. Okay. So basically the artwork, original art stuff is not available yet. It's been sold out of. So you can get the books. Again, $10 for digital bundle. That's just the PDF sketches and stuff. The soft cover for $24 or $39 if you want a signed book plate. And my kitty just wants to get up here and get in the camera so badly. So just let's come here. Come here. You want up here? Come here. What he wants is dinner. Come on. Here's the big monster. Let me see if I can. There you go. You want to see the big monster. Here he is. He always has to show up on the screen. But anyway, I'm probably going to get this one. And Grant Lacker says cats. Yes. Yes. Hello. Your purr. All right, kitty. Lay down. All right. Let him lay here while he wants his food. But anyway, let's get back to this real quick. I would definitely get the soft cover myself. But if you want to get some of the other... I wasn't going to like this video, but then the cat showed up. See? You got fans. Yeah, you got fans. But there is this one. Like I said, I'll probably get the soft cover here eventually. I haven't actually backed it yet, but I probably will. I need to wait. But Riley and Fabian we're scheduling an appearance down the road on the show, and we'll talk more about this book at length. So we'll come back to it when they're ready. Mm-hmm. So with that one out of the way, let's go ahead and share another one with you folks. And that is Broken Land number 4, Volume 1. You guys might remember that last week, or earlier this week, I had Drew Morrison on to talk about this. I'm bringing it back just to give you guys a reminder. This has 10 days to go. It has just a little, about 1,000 over its pledge goal of 8,000. There's 188 backers. Let's try and get that up to 200 to 250 backers, shall we? And let's take a quick look at what that one is.
Hi, my name's Drew. I like drawing comics, reading comics, and coffee. I'm a child of the early 80s, grew up loving comics, and have always been drawn to the gross, hilarious side of life. Why could that be? Nobody knows. It's a total mystery. Living in New York City, I encountered the gross, hilarious side of life in person, inspiring the idea for Broken Land. I left the big city and took all of those experiences with me, wanting to tell a wild story about the things we use after we use them. The book follows Miso down a strange path toward redemption and away from fear. These comics are silent, so you can enjoy them no matter your language, or if you can't read at all.
What's up?
I've launched 3 issues successfully so far, and working directly with the reader has allowed me to continue this project. All of the artwork is done, so after the campaign ends, we go straight to print. The funds from this campaign will go towards a bulk printing of the 52-page issue 4, as well as a limited edition Volume 1 paperback that won't be available for order after the Kickstarter has ended. But wait, there's more! The limited edition Volume 1 includes a bonus section with concept art and a pinup gallery of Broken Land art from amazing artists like Eric Svetoff, Jesse Lonergan, and Tim Malloy. You can also pledge for some cool art prints, or my 65-page sketchbook, full of more weird stuff for your eyes. Whether you've been here since issue 1 or you're new to Broken Land, I'm excited to share my best work with you. So choose your level to the right. Thanks for keeping me going.
Okay. For those who might remember, you can get Broken Land 4 in issue 4 in print. That's my selection. It's $15. You get the print and the PDF. But you can also get the back issues of 1 through 3, 1 through 4 as a 4-pack for $30. Or you can get the full volume in one graphic novel for $35, which includes the process art and pinup gallery that he mentioned in the video. And there's quite a few left. There's 300. He's only going to have a limited print run of 300 copies, but there's 245 left. So there's plenty of copies left to get there. And I enjoyed the Broken Land book so far, so I recommend this one as well. Either way, you get the singles, or if you want to get the trade, if you hadn't gotten the singles before, like I did. Okay. Monster's still here. He's like, when are you going to get up and give me food? Let's switch off over to the Indiegogo scene for a little bit. And this is Alterna Comics, the fall 2021 orders. This is the best deal in comics. 10 new issues for $25, plus bonus campaign exclusives. They don't have a video on this one. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Alterna, they do a lot of newsprint comics at the $199 to $250 range. They've got some different perks that you can buy ads in their comics. They've got print unlocked, but you can order the full 10 and a case for $50. You can order Wolf and Batsy #1 for $2, Wolf and Batsy #2 for $2. It came on a Wednesday. It came out on a Wednesday, #16 for $2. Tinseltown Volume 2, #4 for $2. Mr. Crypt and Friends #1 for $2. Downcast #3 for $2. Mighty Mascots #4 for $2. Red Koi #5 for $2. T-Bird and Throttle #3. That's a giant-sized issue, so it's $5. And Blood Realm Volume 3, which is a giant size, which is a $5 book as well. You can get all kinds of cool stuff on this one. And again, the link to all of these is down in the description of the video below the screen. But you can get all these books for $15. You can get a beanie, you can get a baseball or trucker hat, as they call it. All kinds of cool stuff. I don't know what all I'm going to get from Alterna just yet. I used to get their stuff when it was going through Diamond, but unfortunately Diamond was not treating the company right, and they had some issues. So that's why they're now doing self-distribution and self-publishing through crowdfunding. Now, you can also get, I know you notice there's a lot of numbers that are like issue 4, issue 5. What can I get the back issues? Yes, you probably can. If you read the descriptions carefully on this page, it'll give you the directions to request what order they have and back issues they have as add-ons to your order, so that you can do that. If you don't find it on there, you can go to their website, which I believe is Alterna.com, and check your store for availability on the back issues before you make your choice. But they got some pretty cool stuff here. I don't know exactly what all I'm going to order, like I said, but we'll see what happens on this one, because I actually need to get some other Alterna books that I missed out on because of the switchover from going from Diamond to the other self-distributing for them. So I will get in touch with Alterna, and hopefully sometime we'll get Peter Cimenti, the publisher, on the channel. We can talk a little bit more about Alterna's history and how you guys can support that program. Okay. I'm kind of waiting for someone to show up, possibly here. It's about time for them to, so we'll see if they come on. They might be waiting for their kid to come home from school because they're on a different time zone than we are here at Casa Bright Raven. But in the meantime, I will wait for them, and when they show up, we'll get into them and their book. But in the meantime, let's talk about Grant's book. Because Grant is in the room, in the chat. And that is Memoirs of the Morbid. And this is a 60-page black and white horror anthology consisting of 5 self-contained stories in the style of EC Comics. They've got a $4,000 goal. As you can see, they got 75 backers. They're at not quite at $2,900, and they've got 11 days to go. Let's get these guys up to 100 backers or so, if we can, folks. I'd really appreciate that. Again, you can pledge without a reward. You can pledge $1 or more just to say thank you. $12 or more get you a digital copy, and you'll get a 5 high-res JPEGs of all 5 covers. 17 or more get you one different type of cover, and I'll show you the different covers in just a minute. There's a coaxial cover, a trench coat cover, Succession cover, Do-Gooder cover, and Kisses cover. And there's also a Chrome cover. That's only off of the Trench Coat Killer cover, unfortunately, but that's interesting. There's quite a few of them, but let's take a look at some of this artwork. Kisses Cold as a Grave by Brian K. Morris and Claudio Adriano. It's basically a horror romance, retro horror romance themed story set in classic Hollywood. And what will happen? We have to wait and see. Coaxial is a kind of about people being stuck in their home here, I guess. Twilight Zone storyline dealing with lockdown and how we kind of get stuck in our homes, I guess. This one is written by Ian Mondrick and drawn by Matthew Mossman, I believe. Okay. So we're going to quickly get through this, Grant, because my guest is here now, waiting kindly. But Do-Gooder is a person who visits natural disasters and shows up helping other people. And the Trenchcoat Killer, which is by Grant and Valentina Perrone, is a fourth wall storyline as well. Now, we are going to have Grant on next week on Tuesday to discuss this at further length. Okay? We will play the video a little bit later. Okay, I'll come back to this a little bit later, Grant, but let me stop sharing and let me invite in my guest, Mr. Carl Kiesel, and let's. Oh no, you're fine, Grant. I'll come back to it. I promise.
Sorry, I'm very sorry.
No. It's not. Hey, it's no worries. The thing is, Carl's book is got like what 21 hours left to go.
Yeah, that's more or less maybe 20. We got a
27.
little more than something like that. My mind is like just a jumble right now because everything's happening very quickly and trying to cover a lot of bases real fast in the last day and 4 hours. We got 3.5 hours. Yeah,
you got 27 hours left to go.
They've done the math for us right there. 27 hours.
Okay. Now we've got 835 backers at 34,385. We got to get this to what, 36 to get Kurt Busiek's?
No. We have to go to 40 to get Kurt.
40. Okay, we got to get 40,000.
It's a big stretch.
Okay.
But I mean, part of the deal there is, paying all the contributors, and part of the deal there is we're adding a 6-page story, but that means we have to add 8 pages to the book. Because you can only do, increments of 4. Right. So there's cost involved, and I know it's a big stretch, but it's exciting. And from what's going on online today, it seems like a lot of people are excited about it. I'm excited about it. Kurt seems very excited about it. So I'm very happy, and we'll see if we can do it. I know, as I say, it's not impossible. It's Impossible Jones.
That's right. So let's see the video real quick.
Oh, no, you don't want to play the video?
You don't? Okay.
No, that's okay. Go, if you want to, go ahead. Hi, I'm Carl Kiesel. Thanks for checking out this Kickstarter. Let's get the most important thing out of the way right away. Bird. I created King Shark.
And that's why we had to have that there.
If you're a fan of the movie, you've come to the right place. And if it bothers you that he eats people, please remember, King Shark is a shark. Imp is a thief pretending to be a superhero. And after her debut in the Ringo Award-nominated Grin and Gritty graphic novel, co-creator David Hahn and I decided to do a series of smaller standalone stories, each one teaming Imp up with another character from her world, beginning with Holly Days and now with Captain Lightning. I created Captain Lightning in 2nd grade, the same grade my daughter is in right now. Lightning asks Imp to help guard a mysterious, powerful meteorite that he is certain is going to be stolen by Section Zero. Section Zero is my other comic, co-created with Tom Grummett, who supplies this stunning alternate cover, which makes this my first creator-owned crossover, which is pretty cool. Here's the thing. There is no Section Zero. Ask around, ask anyone. It's an urban myth. But Imp thinks if the captain is so sure it's going to be stolen, she could steal it, and the non-existent Section Zero would take the fall. Of course, things don't go quite as planned. We have numerous rewards, from outstanding alternate covers, to personal sketches, to the chance to name Imp's energy drink. That is pretty cool. In addition, the entire Impossible Gospel, all of Imp's adventures to date, are available for anyone looking to catch up quick. There are also some sweet stretch goals in our back pocket, including another Even Steven solo story. As always, I cannot thank you enough for supporting independent comics like Impossible Jones. David, Tony, Richard, and I love making comics. I'm really not good for much else. But it's people like you who make those comics a reality. Without your support, making Impossible Jones would be impossible.
Okay. Now, we've got a lot of stretch goals you've hit. We've got wraparound covers. We've got chibi stickers. We've got already, is the Mark story now 6 pages?
6 pages, 6 big pages.
Okay, so we've got a Mark Wade's backup story of Even Steven with 6 pages. And again, if we can get this campaign up to 40,000, you'll get another 6-page story by Kurt Busiek.
Yeah, and that'll make a total of 46 pages of story in the book.
Yeah,
so that's a pretty sizable chunk.
Absolutely.
So, and I'll tell you, Mark has already written his story. I've already given the script to Dan to draw.
Wow, that's awesome.
I mean, yeah, because Mark, when he agreed to it, he goes, "Well, I'm really busy, and can I get it to you by the mid-November?" And then he did it last weekend, So it was great.
We all know how Mark gets. We know how Mark gets. Yeah. when he puts his mind to it, it's.
I know. It's astounding.
But you've got Reagan Atomic, which is one of the members of the non-existent Section Zero. She'll be having a chibi sticker, the 24-hour bug, who's another member of Section Zero, chibi sticker. I'm wondering who all is going to appear from Section Zero. It's been so long since I've seen them. But as you can all see, I backed the $25 with the
Section Zero.
Yeah, I got
that's sweet. Yeah, that's sweet. That's a wraparound cover. That's going to be very sweet.
Yeah, that's the one I backed. But I'm looking forward to this. Tremendously looking forward to this, actually. There's stealth mode chibi for Impossible Jones.
Yeah, we figured, she does still do thieving, and she's not going to do it in a bright yellow costume, but she can, rearrange her costume, not the colors, but the configuration. And so this is her stealth outfit that she can wear when she doesn't want to stand out so much in the shadows. And you do get to see her use this in the story. Although when Gene drew it, he gave her a gun for some reason. I mean, she's really not a gun gal, but the sticker looks cool. The sticker looks cool.
Yeah. Well, with her being able to shapeshift, she can just shapeshift an arm or any part of her into any type of weaponry anyway.
Let's say that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I looked at it to begin with.
I mean, he did color it so it's the color of her outfit, so it could conceivably be part of her body shapeshifted. Yeah, you're right. So, But no, it's been a busy day, and I expect it to be very busy all through tomorrow as we wrap up, because we close this down Thursday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so West Coast time.
Yeah. Now I like the lightning design here that she did here with her costume on that.
Yeah. Once again, she can change her costume around, and we did talk to Mike Allred to make sure he wasn't going to get his nose bent out of shape. And Mike's a great guy, and he said, "Yeah, you guys can do that. Just make sure I get credit, And,
Yeah.
and we did give him credit right below. You can see where it says, permission of Mike Madman Allred.
Nah. But yes, there you go. I see that. That's awesome. I'd be more concerned about a certain disparaging company that would say, "Hey, what is that?"
Well, I know what you mean, but when it's just guys, friends talking, you can make these things happen. When you don't get the lawyers involved.
That's true. That's very true. You get postcards as well.
Yeah, postcards that I drew. I actually drew those.
Wow.
I don't do a lot of penciling, but for some reason I got in my head that I should draw these, and I'm very happy with Captain Lightning. But I haven't drawn him since second grade, so I've got a lot of practice there. But Impossible Jones, David draws a much better Impossible Jones than I do. Much better.
Yes, I love that. Carl created King Shark. Yes, you did.
You got to sell what you can sell.
That's true. And here's some of the pages from the story.
Yeah, from like, I don't know, 5, 6. I think really this starts at about page 8 of the book. Yeah, so
Okay.
about 7 pages before this.
Okay.
But we get to see Impossible Jones. We get to see some of her interaction with some her supporting cast, and then in comes Captain Lightning.
Yeah. It's interesting though.
Yeah, no, and Captain Lightning and Impossible Jones have a interesting relationship because he thinks something's up with her, but he's the sort of guy that really needs proof.
Yeah.
So he keeps an eye on her, but he's never accused her or anything. But she knows this, and she doesn't trust him either. And so this story throws them together, and that there's definitely friction there that leads to a interesting melodrama.
Yeah. On top of that, they probably, I'm not going to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they end up having a pseudo romance down the road.
That's an interesting idea. I hadn't even. Well, we'll have to see. I will say sometimes these characters go in directions I did not see them going. That happens all the time. And
now, one thing I definitely need to say is thank you for. I had totally forgotten we had the discussion about Detective Bright Raven.
Oh yeah, she was in the last book. She was in the
last book. That's right. And when I got the issue, I didn't know if you saw my review.
I have not had time to see it. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was just like, I'm reading a line. Oh yeah, that's cool. Is it Agony? Her first name?
Something like that. You were the one that suggested it.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, because I forget, it means something. And she's known as Angie, but yeah, her real Native American name is
Agony. Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah. So I was like, that's awesome. I remembered that. Because people were like, what?
Sometimes that happens. I've had people like bring up comics to me at shows, and I'll go, did I work? Oh, I worked on that. Yeah. Ink to cover or whatever it was,
Yeah.
And it is a real, there's that weird moment of recognition,
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was like, oh, that's right. Yeah, it means angel in Native American. That's right.
There you go. Yeah. So I think she's a good character, and I think we'll be seeing quite a bit of her.
Yeah, and I was like, that's cool. I get to have a fictional cousin in another dimension.
That's right. That's what it's all about.
So
what's weird is I'm moving my sometimes I see your cursor moving around, and I think it's mine. Right. But then I move my cursor around and it can't move anything, and I'm going, what's wrong with my computer? But it's because it's your screen I'm seeing.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, I'm just not used to it.
Yeah.
But
so I hate to ask, are we going to see more than Atomic Regan and 24-Hour Bug, or should we wait for the surprise?
I'm going to say wait and see. I mean, wait and see. You're definitely going to see those two. Those two are some of my very favorites, so I like to pull them out any chance I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, wait and see.
Okay. So we got the 34-page story is written, and this was a month ago. He had 20. David had 20 of the pages penciled.
Right, and David's very reliable.
Yes, he is.
I mean, I think he might be a little behind on that deadline, but I'm also behind on the ink. So, but we're still.
Well, let's keep in mind he's also working on the Dusk.
He is working on the Dusk, and right now, as I am focused on the Kickstarter, he's pulling ahead on the Dusk. And once I'm, as of tomorrow, done with the Kickstarter, he will start devoting more time back to Impossible Jones. He was just, using this as an opportunity to get more of the Dusk in. Right. And I don't blame him. That's fine, because I was not able to ink any of these pages for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I've been far too busy with the Kickstarter. So yeah, let him get ahead on that, and then. He usually guarantees me, did I say this? He guarantees me 2 pages a week. He's very, very reliable. But after this, he'll come back in at like 3 pages a week.
Okay.
And so we will actually, once again, we will kind of end on the same schedule. So
we can expect it around, like you said, Sarah, fulfillment in February, in our hands by March. So
that's what I'm thinking. As long as that supply chain doesn't screw everything up, that's really messing everybody up right now.
That's true. That's usually delaying everybody around 8 to 10 weeks.
But the thing is, for tax reasons, I want to get this into the printer by the end of the year.
Absolutely.
And so end of December, I want this in the printer's hands, and so I mean that can give them 8 weeks to get it in my hands, and I can still ship it out in March. So
yeah, that's the main thing though, is like you say, that whole problem of the backlog with our shipping and handling these days.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about that yesterday. Aaron Lepresti and I were talking about the packaging of stuff, because on Monday I got a whole bunch of crowdfunded books, and I got some original art from Aaron, a Man Thing sketch he did.
Nice.
And he packed it in foam core.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, this is like, you need to be the Hulk to break this down.
No, Aaron knows what he's doing. There's no doubt. Yeah.
And it was just like, I just had to have him on and talk about packaging, because with everything going on, it's starting to be holiday season and everything.
Oh yeah.
It's time to talk about that.
You got to up your game.
Yeah, so we talked about that for about an hour yesterday, 45 minutes, and that was fun.
It's I actually find every aspect of this business fascinating. I mean, I had fulfilled small campaigns. The Holiday Panic thing, that was a fairly small campaign, and I fulfilled that. But the Imp Holly book was the first book I really fulfilled myself from, because even my wife was really busy; she couldn't help out too much, and I was in my the basement where everything was, where I could boom, 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 put together boxes. Got to listen to great music for a couple of weeks as I was doing that, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and you learn a lot about packaging. You really do. You learn that this company's packaging is not as good as this company's packaging. Those Gemini comic boxes are very good. I've really come to respect that company.
Yeah, and even they come a little bit damaged sometimes.
But still, the way the corners, but they're set up so that the items corners are away from the corners of the package. I thought that was brilliant design.
Yeah,
so you can smash the corners a little, and still and still the interior, the product inside is safer.
Mostly safe. Yeah, mostly safe. Yeah. Let's take a quick look again. The regular M2B cover, which is the one that has her in the lightning strike version, is $15 versus the $25 for the wraparound cover with the 24-hour bug from Section Zero on it. I just happened to get the $25 one because I am a Section Zero fan and have been since day one. And that was long before Kickstarter ever existed.
And that goes back a ways now. Yes, it does.
How is Imp Jones doing for you for Scout?
Excuse me, what was that?
How is Impossible Jones doing for you with Scout? The first.
Well, I have not seen any numbers, but the reviews and the reaction online has been really good. Okay. So I'm very happy with that. That's cool. So
I know my store carried it, and
good.
I told them to make sure they promoted it. But,
well, thank you very much, Louis.
That's all I can do.
No, this whole the way things work nowadays, with crowdfunding and stuff, it's a game of inches, and every inch you can gain, that's good, and so thank you very much for doing your inch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. We got digital. You can get both 2A and 2B. So if you missed the first issue, you can still get that on PDF. Can you still get it as a back issue in print?
Yeah, you can. If once it's in the add-ons. So if you pledge here, you can go into the add-ons and buy the physical book. I think the physical book is right there. There, it's right there.
Yeah,
so you can get the physical book.
Okay.
Even without going into the add-ons, right?
Alrighty then. So that's cool. We got everything set up that way. You got a specialist Kickstarter exclusive that's signed by both you and David as well.
Yeah.
Who's the cover for this one?
John Bogdanov.
Okay. Why don't I recognize that?
Well, he made it look a lot like this. See the little Superman insert there? This is based on this old Superman Golden Age cover, which John did a version of when he was drawing Man of Steel, except he made it look real 90s and powerful and and Superman but this time he did the more retro thing, and he did such a great job of it.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It looks really, really, really nice, and I could not be happier. John's such a sweetheart for doing that. But oddly enough, I'll just say that Superman Golden Age comic is the only Golden Age comic I've ever owned in my life. I found it in a garage sale when I was a kid, and they charged me 25 cents for it, and I bought it, and I did sell it maybe 10 years later to a dealer, so I don't even own it anymore. But I've never ever owned any other Golden Age comic except that one.
Okay, I don't know how far back is Golden Age. When did it end?
Well, you talk to Mark Waid; he would know. Kurt Busiek. I don't know these things. I know. Didn't the Silver Age begin when the Flash showed up in Showcase? Isn't that considered? Or is it?
Yeah, I think that was 59, wasn't it?
I don't know. Yeah. I was very little, if I was around at all. So
yeah, I wasn't around. I was barely around for the start of the beginning of the Bronze. I was like 2.
So let's say 59, maybe even 58 if you want to be safe. Then before that is the Golden Age.
Yeah, so I've never had any Golden Age stuff then, I don't think. But I've never been one of those type of people for collecting for I don't know. If I want something and I see it and I can afford it, great. Otherwise,
good.
Well,
I admire that about you. So,
so many people get into this stuff where they got to have everything that ever existed. I'm like, you're never going to have every Batman comic that ever existed. So,
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. No.
So it's like, and then they turn around and complain about Batman not being entertaining to them right now or whatever. I'm like, well, then don't collect Batman. It's not going to.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the only thing that affects it is, is the dollars. If DC keeps getting the dollars, they're going to assume they're doing something right.
Mm-hmm.
If you think they're doing something wrong, you have to stop buying it. That's the only real way to tell them.
Yeah.
But
let's see. And again, this is the Grommet cover from Section Zero, and we know that you've been having some delays on that second.
I've got some script about to go off to Tom right now. I've got some ready to go.
Cool.
So I'm chipping away at it. I appreciate your patience.
Yeah. So fleeting fame. That's a cool thing. Instant immortality, of course, is having your place your name as a in the imp verse.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun with that. Trying to, when I get the person's name and I try to figure out what could this be? What could this be? And Solo Beer was a godsend when Mike Solo. Solo, what a great name.
Yep. And of course, has the energy drink.
Oh yeah, that like went first. That was the very first thing anyone grabbed. So
awesome.
That doesn't necessarily have to be the person's name. They might want to. They might have they might say, "How about Fizzy?" Well, I'll work with them to come up with the name that they will always know
was theirs.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Right.
And then, of course, the alternate reality is you get to appear in the comic.
Also fun. I've had a lot of fun putting the people, and so has David, putting the people in the comic. And that particular likeness, I think, is extremely good of Officer Ferrara.
Yeah.
David does some of the best sketches in the business.
Mm-hmm.
So
and they're always it's his pencils with your inks.
Yes, they are. That's how we do it.
And how many of these are left, if any?
None. I mean, we only do 20. When we're doing theoretically these single issues, even though, like I said, it's going to be like 46 pages, we limit it to 20 so that David doesn't get bogged down in it, that David can still do his work on the story.
Right.
So, but we're going to have 4 of these books. So at the end, we'll have 80 sketches. That'll make
That's plenty.
That'll make a nice second volume sketchbook. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Of course, you've got this King Shark sketch. I know that's got to have been gone.
Oh, it went instantly, and I've put it away. Otherwise, I could show it to you. I have finished it.
Mm-hmm.
Cover art that disappeared. Most of these high-end things have gone very quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the Ringo art is the only one still available right now.
Okay. Oh, come on, guys.
I know. I can't believe it. It's a great page. It's got all 4 of the characters. Ben is hitting something.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I just spent money on stuff, so I can't. But
I know.
I mean, the reason this is worth 600, especially, is because Ringo's not with us anymore.
No, sad. It's very sad.
Yeah. And so coming across any original art from him is going to be a rarity. So, because a lot of his stuff has already been purchased up by the collectors out there. So. Somebody out there should be looking for this.
You think, but you never know. It's only worth $600 if you find someone who's willing to pay it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just really nice art. And quite honestly, this is a nice page. I'm not going to cry if I put it back in my,
in your collection.
In my collection. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's the only page that's left, though.
It is. All the other art has moved. It moved fast.
I can't believe that this didn't move. That just surprises me.
Well, I might have, I'm going to go through my piles and see if I've got a few more I can throw on tomorrow, because I am looking to try to get us up to that 40,000 mark, because I would like to see Kurt's origin too. The great thing about even Steven is, all of these origins are just urban myths, what people have heard from friends of friends and that sort of thing. And so Mark could do anything he wanted, and it was fine, and it was great. And Kurt can do anything he wants, as long as it's not like what Mark did. That's really the only restriction.
Yeah, well, the simple way to make sure that doesn't happen is, quietly share what Mark did.
So Kurt has already said he does not want to read Mark's script. So all he wants to do is he wants to talk it over with me, and if he's getting too close, I go, Matt, back off, beep, 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 back off.
Okay.
But from our very short conversation the other day, Kurt's his mind is going, not surprisingly, in a whole different direction.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes total sense. So that'll be cool. Alrighty, then we'll definitely bring this up again tomorrow on my podcast in the morning.
Oh well, thank you so much, Louis.
And I'll try and get the people to buy something.
Like I said, we're looking to hopefully hit that 40,000 mark. If we don't, we don't, but we'll still have Mark's origin of Even Steven, and we'll still have a 34-page lead story. So it's still a 40-page book with a section of sketches and backstory about how we came up with stuff. So it's still going to be a real good package. It'll be a better package with Kurt's story. And and the thing is, it doesn't cost anyone more. It doesn't cost you, Louis, more for that extra story. We just have to get more people supporting the book.
That's right. We need to find more backers, folks. Again, we are at 836 backers with 27 hours. So let me refresh that. Let's see what if anybody's
probably going to be the same. It's still the same. That's okay. So so we got a little ways to go. It's an uphill battle, but like I said, it's not impossible. It's Impossible
Jones. So, all right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
All right.
Appreciate it. And I know that you got one that's sick and one that just got home from school.
Yeah, Isaac. I haven't heard him come in yet, but he should be coming in anytime. And Eliza's been home. She actually is not sick. Someone else in her class came down with COVID, so she had direct contact. So she has to be home for 10 days.
Oh.
So she's actually healthy and would love to be doing things, but cannot.
Well, I guess if that's their protocol, that's their.
It is their protocol. Yeah. We actually.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
She was exposed 1 week ago today, so today is 7 days, and we're going to get her tested tomorrow morning. And assuming it comes back negative, she's going to go with me to Baltimore. She'll have a negative test so she can get on the plane and go to the show and stuff like that. So if she comes down positive, I ain't going to Baltimore. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she shows no symptoms, none at all. But this is the school protocol. I really don't begrudge him it.
Oh, no.
But it does mean, my wife and I have been doing some homeschooling this week and,
Yeah. Yeah, well, we got to do. I mean, that's what our times are right now, unfortunately. And we'd rather that she not catch anything at all.
No one wants her to be sick.
So if good news is she's not showing any symptoms. So
yeah. So
alrighty then.
Fingers crossed for the test tomorrow. Fingers crossed for that test tomorrow morning.
Yep, I will do that. Right. And we will see you on when. Don't you have another guest appearance soon?
I don't think so. Do I? Okay. On your show?
No, not on my show. On a different one.
I can't think of another one, but I sometimes forget these, and then they send me emails, and I go, "Oh yeah, I said I'd do that." I don't think I got anything else lined up. I don't think
that's probably good then, because you got, like you say, to get ready for the last.
The last day is always very hectic, or at least I hope it is.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it. Again, I'll bring in a mention of it again tomorrow when I do my Booktober. I'll make one more mention of it.
Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping by.
All right. Thank you, Louis. We'll see you later.
Yep. Okay. Okay, there you go. All righty. I'm going to go back to Grant's piece now. And that is Memoirs of the Morbid. And we're going to play that.
Greetings, ghouls and boils. I'm the Ghoul Master, a loving homage to horror anthology narrators of yesteryear. Wait, I'm an homage? Why didn't anybody tell me? You'll hear from my agent about this. But first, let's get to the heart of the matter. I'm here to tell you about the new horror anthology, Memoirs of the Morbid, on Kickstarter in time for Halloween. Memoirs of the Morbid is a black and white homage to classic horror comics from the 40s and 50s, containing 5 self-contained stories by some of the best indie comic creators out there. There's that word again. I better not find out homage is an insult. Anyways, Memoirs of the Morbid is completely done and ready to go to the printer. The comic will be on Kickstarter until Halloween, so don't make a grave mistake by missing it.
Okay, as you can see, the project is at 72% of its goal. They got 75 backers. Again, let's try and get this up to about 100 backers if we can in the next 11 days. I think we get to the 100 backers at their price point. Again, it's $25, $17 for some of them. It's $17, but you're getting a 64-page book from a bunch of different creators. There's like 8 to 10 different creators. It's 60 plus black and white. And again, this is of this classic EC horror type comics, Vault of Horror, Tales from the Crypt type stuff. So if that's something to your liking, check it out. My phone's going crazy. Just a second. Sorry about that. Okay, the next person I will worry about in a little bit. But yeah, I'm probably going to get, I'm not sure which cover we're going to get. Let's see. The covers are down here. Here's the cover. This is the Trenchcoat Killer cover. Mm-hmm. This is the Do-Gooder cover. Mm-hmm. The Kiss as Cold as Death cover. That is the Succession Clause cover. And this is the Coaxial cover. And I wonder, can we get all 5? Can we buy all 5? Yes, you can purchase all print copies of all of the covers, and that's $60 for all 5. That's actually not a bad price when you think about it. Okay, $59. Okay, that's actually not a bad thing. I might have to think about that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to think about that because that way I can keep whichever one I like the best and share the others with, and maybe even give them away on the show. We'll have to think about that, folks. Mm-hmm. So there's quite a few other options here. Their stretch goals is $5,000, $6,000 bookmark, $7,000 pin. They're nowhere near their stretch goals. So let's first worry about getting to that 4,000 mark, folks, so that this book can get made. Okay? So let's go ahead and again, next week, Grant will be on the show on Tuesday evening, 8 p.m., and we'll talk more about this project. Our next project for review tonight is The Masters by Austin Howe and a bunch of other people. This got 18 days ago. They got 146 backers. They're a little over 10,000, almost 11,000 now. They got a $50,000 goal. Now, that seems like a huge goal to have. Why is it so high? Well, part of the reason it's so high is because they've got a bevy of veteran creators involved in this book, including Ramona Fredome, Pablo Marcus, Tom Palmer, Romeo Tangal, Bob Hall, Mike Vosberg, Mike Grell, Joe Staten, Alan Weiss, Al Milgram, Val Mayerick, Arvell Jones, Alex Saviuk, Ron Wilson, Mike Gustovic, Pat Broderick, just tons and tons of people here. Kerry Gamble, Chuck Patton, Tom Grummett's going to be in there. The guy who just did that cover for Section Zero and then Impossible Jones. So, just a lot of veteran classic 70s and 80s and early 90s artists are going to be working on this product. And you can see the list just goes on and on and on here. There's about 40, 50 people that are involved in these different stories in this book, in this project. And what you're getting is 5 issues, not just one, but 5 issues for the product. So, there's issue 1, and this is by Stephen Butler after the Jim Aparo classic Batman cover that he's homaging from. And there's the cover that they homaged from. There's another one, Bring on the Masters, based off of Bring on the Bad Guys. And that's a tribute to the John Romita Sr. cover. And these images aren't final. They're going to do other things. But basically, this is a team of Golden Age superheroes led by Black Owl, including Arrow, Airman, Plymo, the Rubberman, Flyman, and Twister. Together they form the Power Corps and are dedicated to foiling the Masters, which are the bad guys' evil plan. Mm-hmm. But here are the Masters, and of course they're showing the good guys on there. But this is a Bart Sears tribute to his own Justice League Europe cover from '89. So you can see the difference there. There's the cover again, and then there's that one. So, it's kind of a cool thing that's being done there. And it just keeps going. We get to see different artwork by different artists. Airman by Ron Wilson. Black Owl by Alan Weiss. Flyman by Val Mayrick, and so on. Let's go ahead and look at some of these story pages. These are pencils by Alex Saviuk. Those are interior pages by Mike Dutchovich, and it looks like it will probably be Andrew Peepoy inking, so that should be pretty good. Andy's a good inker. Here's part of the Twister story and the Black Owl getting out of his Owlmobile. That's Alan Weiss pencils with Andrew Peepoy inks again with more Todd colors. So there you go. That's what it looks like with Twister and Andrew inking over Alan Weiss. Here's issue number 2 cover. This has a cover by Don Perrin and Al Milgrom. Here's the cover B. Looks like it's Mike Lilly's pencils in Blue Line. Yep, Mike Lilly. Okay. And that's inspired by a Spider-Man puzzle that you see there. It's a different camera angle, but it's basically the same gist. Here is the 3rd issue cover. Rough pencils by Ron Wilson. Inks will be by Joe Rubenstein with colors by Mort Todd. This is another cover from the Masters for issue 3. That's Mike Vosberg doing the art with colors by Mort Todd again. That is a tribute to the Vosberg cover from ISIS number 7 from the 70s. in any case, though, this looks quite good. If you like the classic 70s and 80s comics styles, and you're interested in seeing some of those classic Golden Age heroes, this is probably a book for you, or a project that you can be interested in. For $10, you get a Who's Who character guide. Let's see, $50 or more, you get the complete series. Again, that's all 5 issues with your choice of covers plus a digital download. So you get to choose the covers you want, and that'll be under the options in story. So you can get cover art by Stephen Butler, Pat Broderick, Arvell Jones, just all these cool people. The story is written by Austin Howell. So you're getting 144 pages plus different things going on, from parody ads and games style mazes that are going to be in the books as well. So for 5 issues for $50, that's a really good deal, I think. I think people are underestimating this and should really start looking more into it. So I will definitely, again, bring this back and talk about this some more. Maybe I'll even see if I can get a hold of Austin and bring him on the show. But this is a really cool book project, and I recommend it. Okay, now we talked about Alterna. We got one more Indiegogo book, and that is Kids and Monsters. And this is by Adam Lawson. And there's 22 days left. He's at not quite $5,300 of his $6,000 goal. So he's got about 88% of his goal. And this looks like a pretty cool thing because it's about kids who have monster heroes in their backpacks.
Started seeing the cracks just after Mom and Dad began fighting. They were thin as pencils at first. Then they got bigger. And things started to disappear. Things started pouring out of them. Peace. Trying to break the world in two. Just like my family is being ripped in half by my parents. But we're not alone. There are keys shaped like backpacks hidden in the world within. They hold monsters for those willing to fight. Here, monsters are not the things to be afraid of, but embrace. Monsters are the ones who are going to save us.
And that looks just pretty cool to me. Like I said, monster living in backpacks like genius do in lamps. This is a 72-page book. It's oversized. It's a little bit over 8.5 in the left. It's almost like it says 8.3 by 11 by 7. That means about 8 and a little bit over 8.25, but not quite 11 3/4. So it's an odd shape. I don't know. That's interesting. But it's a hardcover edition graphic novel. And you can get a T-shirt, a book, and an ash can for $65. You can get the hardcover graphic novel for $25. You can get the book and an ash can for a different book for $33. There's a color and a black and white version of this graphic novel. So you can get if you want to just get the color version, or you want to get the color and the black and white version to see how the line art looks without the color. That's pretty cool. That's $45. You can get original artwork. So it's a pretty interesting thing. I'm definitely going to get this. I just don't know exactly what I'm going to choose to buy just yet. I might get the T-shirt because I like to get the T-shirts when I can and wear those on the show. So, but I like the artwork. It looks pretty funky. It looks unique. It's well done, well colored. Each monster is a reflection of the teen who finds them. But in order to find their monster, they have to overcome the weaknesses inside themselves. So that's cool, you know. But you're looking for rings, and half of them are already broken. And once these beasts have destroyed the rings, the worlds will be torn apart forever. So, you know, it's also kind of like like you say, his family's coming apart at the seams as well through a divorce. So it's kind of like he's running an analogy. So, you know, both at the same time. Can they save the world or family, themselves? What's going on? At this point, nearly 30 pages of the 72 pages are fully complete, and they're scheduled to be done by January of next year. Again, there are color and line art versions of the book, black and white, ash can, t-shirt, original art, and there is a figurine, one of a kind, that you can pick on as well. Most anything can be added on, so make sure you check your add-ons as well when you pick your tier. Like I said, I like the artwork, general overall. Apparently, you can also go see the creative process over on the character Substack, on the writer Substack, and there's a link to that on the Indiegogo page. It's a bi-weekly newsletter that illustrates their creative process and reveals behind-the-scenes details that won't make it into the pages. And it covers both his comics and board games. And if you subscribe to his Substack, you get monthly digital comics, and you get a chance to weigh in on creative decisions as well as a fan. That newsletter is called Rebellion. So that's the first person I've ever seen use their Substack in this way, use Substack in this manner. So that's kind of a cool thing as well. So again, you get the line art option from Adam, which looks pretty cool too. I'm probably going to go with the color myself, but I certainly can't knock the black and white edition. There's a Nail and Goo exclusive ash can. This is an ash can that explores the story of Nail, a monster who crash lands outside of town as a child and has the uncanny gift to being able to consume anything. So you have to find out what's going on with that. And so I'm thinking what I'll probably end up doing is getting the ash can and the comic and the shirt's probably what I'm going to get. And this is their figurine. There's only one of these, apparently. It's a 3D sculpture that's painted. Again, there's only one period. So that's awesome, I guess. You know, I mean, it is awesome, but I don't know if it's for me. That's kind of wild looking at the thing come out of the backpack, though. So that's interesting. And then, of course, you get the T-shirt, and there's a T-shirt. So, you know, that looks pretty cool to me. And you can get original art as well. So there's a lot of things. And again, we're not going to worry about stretch goals. They haven't got there yet. They probably will. Like I said, they're 88% and they got 22 days left. But, you know, we'll see. This is saved for me. And I don't know just yet. I'm thinking, like I said, the $65 for the T-shirt and the trade and the book and the other. But maybe I'll just get the book and then add a T-shirt. I don't know. So I'd have to look at the add-ons, and they don't show you the add-ons until you've backed it. So I'll come back to it after I've backed it and let you guys know what I actually order at some time. Okay. Okay, and lastly, for the night, we got one more to go, and it's a real quick one, and that is just a notice to let you guys know that this Sunday there's an upcoming project, Grim 101 Book 2 from Ted Davies Artistry. This is the second book of the Grim 101 Supernatural Romance Comics series. He'll be launching at 7 o'clock p.m. this Sunday on the 24th. So you want to maybe sign up for that on Kickstarter and check that out. Again, all of these links to their pages are down below in the description for all of the books. Whoops. There's what I want. And so make sure you check those links out below. And I will be there probably on Sunday to be in the chat during his launch for the Kickstarter for this, to support him over there. And that pretty much everything for today. I want to thank you all for watching. And we'll be back tomorrow morning or early tomorrow around maybe 1:30, where we're going to review Spidey by Robbie Thompson and Nick Bradshaw and others. That's a omnibus collection that I've got, and I'm going to review tomorrow for Booktober. And then tomorrow evening, I don't know exactly what time just yet. I haven't scheduled it. I think, let's check if we can check our schedule real quick. It's being funny on me again, isn't it? Yes. It doesn't say. Okay. Yes, the Spidey freshman year. That's what I was looking for. And it's Nick Bradshaw, Andre Lima, Arujo, and Nathan Stockman, along with Robbie Thompson as a writer. But anyway, that'll be at 1:30. And then tomorrow evening, probably around 8, it'll be What Did You Get This Week? Which will be my reviews of all the stuff I bought at the comic shop and stuff I got in the mail through crowdfunding this week, which I got a lot because on Monday I got 4 packages. So I got a lot of stuff to cover tomorrow night. So make sure you come back. Friday, we'll review Whisper Omnibus Volume Number 1 by Stephen Grant, Rich Larson, Del Barris, and others. Saturday, normally I would say it would be 1 o'clock, but Saturday there's something special going on in my local community at my local comic shop. I want to recommend those of you who are in the Columbia, South Carolina area to remember that this is Wonder Woman 80th anniversary time, and on Saturday the 23rd at Scratch and Spin Records and Comics in the Triangle in Columbia, across from the Zesto's restaurant. We're going to have they're going to have their Wonder Woman event. They're going to have their cosplayer Wonder Woman, and they're going to have special discounts for members who are already signed up for pulls, so you'll get extra special discounts as well. So that'll be going on Saturday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. So I'm going to probably do Booktober a little bit after that, maybe around 3, maybe on Saturday, which we will talk about Press Start to Play, edited by Daniel H. Wilson. And let me share that with you guys so you guys can see it on the screen real quick. There you go. Daniel H. Wilson and John Joseph Adams. And then Saturday night, we will do Classic Horror Movies Week 1 for our October Halloween celebration. And then next week, on Tuesday, like I said, we'll have Grant Lankard back to talk about that Morbid Memoirs of the Morbid anthology again. And then we'll talk, I haven't scheduled a time for Riley and Fabian, but we'll figure out something out. We'll record or do it live. I don't know which, but we'll figure it out. And hopefully we can get that set up for next week as well. So in the meantime, thank you for watching. If you want to reach out to me on social media, you can reach me on Facebook at Lewis.BrightRaven, at Twitter at LewisBrightRave2. You can see some of my artwork at deviantart.com/BrightRaven. You've been watching Quoth the Raven, Lewis Bright Raven, exclusively on YouTube. If you have questions, comments, recommendations for books I haven't seen, you want to commission artwork from me, anything like that, Quoth the Raven, LBR72@gmail.com is the address to reach out to me at. If I don't get back to you within, say, 24 to 48 hours, try lewisbrightraven@yahoo.com. If you liked this video, or you think others might, please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons to continue to get content from this channel. As always, I thank you for your support. So, until next time, have a good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And stay safe.